All right, so we're going to talk about the demo VM, what it is, how to work with it. We've tried to make it very simple to deploy on virtually any virtual machine platform. I've tested it on Oracle's VirtualBox on both Mac and PC platforms. I've tested it with VMware. I've also tested it with VirtualBox and Linux. So there are two, we'll go into a little more details, but there's two versions. So today's agenda, we're going to describe what the demo is or what the VM is, where to find it, the overview of the contents and what it builds automatically for you. And then we'll go over the installation and startup of the platform. So Edgelake is an LF Edge project that creates a decentralized data historian designed for the edge. It collects data at the edge from southbound devices or southbound components, and then stores it at the edge without having to move the data. So for a quick demo of how it works, what you see here are Edgelake installations all over the world in our test network. You've got information that you want to get to. So these edge devices are collecting data from, sensors, devices, cameras, etc. And when you want to query data that are on these edge devices, you issue a query to any one of the nodes in the network. That query then hits a metadata layer, which tells the query what nodes have data on them, okay? And then pushes the query to the nodes that have the relevant data. So each node is processing the query in parallel. That data is then returned to the requesting node, aggregated, and then returned. So essentially, the bottom line of what Edgelake does is instead of pushing data to where you run your queries, you push your queries to where the data actually resides at the edge. It's the polar opposite of the way most people manage data today for distributed environments. Where to find it? So there are two versions. There's an ARM version for those running ARM 64 Macs or other ARM device, Linux ARM devices. And there's an AMD x86 version. The links are included. One of the most important things to remember, though, if you want to use this outside of the VM, you need when you import the OVA image, you need to change the networking to bridge mode instead of NAT mode. Otherwise, I won't be able to access it from other devices in my network. It'll only run on just the machine. So when you first start it, it'll bring up a little web GUI. And to start the entire process, you would bring up a terminal and then type in the following commands. That will download, install, and configure all the Edgelake containers automatically. What does it build? So these are the containers that automatically get created when you run that script. It downloads our new GUI for management. It downloads a sample Grafana dashboard so you can actually see dashboarding from Grafana. It downloads what we call the master node, which is effectively it's a blockchain emulator which hosts all of the policy data, the metadata that I just described a little bit earlier. It creates a query node. This is where you would send your queries when you want to query data in the platform. And it creates two data nodes that we actually call operators. So you can connect your interfaces to either one of these data nodes using the VM IP and these two ports, and it will ingest data just like a node by itself would. Here are the IP addresses of the different services. The GUI is localhost 3001. Grafana is 3000. And then you've got the REST API interfaces to the other nodes. And you see that will be the VM's IP address from the bridge mode so that you could access it from external devices on the network. Once you install it and get it up and running and load the GUI, you need to program into the GUI the VM IP address that's assigned to you. It's going to be different for everyone. So you need to run a terminal and get the IP address of the platform, capture that IP address, and when you have the GUI up, click connection IP port and enter the IP address with a :32349. Click add and then click bookmark. And now the GUI is configured for you and you can run queries at any point in time. This could be run in the VM or on an external browser as well. All right, now we'll show a quick demo. I'm going to use VirtualBox Manager for the demo. You would import the appliance from the download, and I'm not going to do this because it takes a little bit of time, but you'll see the download you get will come up with an Edgelake demo ARM64. This I'm on a Mac. Add that, and then include all network addresses. Click finish, and it imports it. So here is the imported demo now. The next thing you do is just start it. Oh, actually, before I do that, go into your settings and network and make sure it's not NAT, but bridged. Otherwise, you won't be able to access this from other devices in the network that it's running on. Okay. Start it. And the quick start guide will automatically pop up. Oops. All right, to begin the process, bring up a terminal and start it. All right, it's up and running. And then at this point, you can scroll down and you'll see that there's links to the GUI. So you can click the link. Oh, we need an IP address. So let's go back. And grab the IP that it defaulted to. And the default port is 32349. Click use, click bookmark, and now it's connected. So we can actually send commands through using the GUI to the network. So I could do a get status to see if it's up and running. I could do a so these are the same commands you would run if you actually logged into the Docker consoles for these devices. So you can see we've got 4 nodes running, 2 operators, a query, and a master. You can run queries. So I can go in We created a demo table by default. So that table is RAN data. It's actually connecting to an MQTT broker and pulling basically a random value every few seconds. So we can run, and this is the command that actually gets sent to the REST API to get the data. Execute the query. It's going to automatically start back the second time if you shut it down.
Mark, because you're in bridged mode, can you then
Yes.
pull up this same web
Yes.
interface in a browser outside?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why you want to put it in bridge mode. The other thing I'll show you is there we go. It does have some data in it. So yeah, so this is a simple way. You'll also notice that there's references to the documentation. And if you want to subscribe to other MQTT services or examples on inserting data using the REST API, these are the links to do that. Somewhere near there's the MQTT docs to pull it in. If you go to github.com/anylog-co/documentation, you'll get all of that documentation in there. If the time's out, the GUI will give you a username and password. And if you want to secure it more, then obviously change the password in the VM. And that's basically it, folks.